Okay, welcome to FitNews. One second while I finish. All right, welcome to FitNews. It's Wednesday, so it's FitNews time. And while I have talked about protein ad nauseum with you ladies, right? We get your 30 grams of protein in, da da da. I've talked about it a lot. And you're probably tired of hearing me talk about protein, but I want to talk about it again today because that's how important it is. It is a game changer when it comes to not only maintaining a healthy weight as you age, not only helping you lose weight as you age, but also in maintaining your lean muscle, your muscle that's going to keep you independent as you age, your muscle that's going to help you to do life's daily activities as you age. Because once we hit 35, bam, Mother Nature swoops in and she starts stealing that muscle on the daily, okay? A way to make sure that we are not losing all that muscle, obviously, is by strength training, right? But we can't just do that alone. We can do all the strength training in the world. You can show up and strength train 7 days a week. If you are not eating the protein to support your muscles and the muscles that you're building, forget about it. But often what happens is, we talk about, oh, you need to eat 30 grams of protein at each meal. So 30 grams at breakfast, 30 grams at lunch, and 30 grams at dinner. Now that's a minimum. But what does that look like, right? Oftentimes that's when people get overwhelmed and they don't know, I don't even know where to start. What do I do with that? How do I get that? Or sometimes people will say, well, Jen, I'm having an egg for breakfast, or I'm having 2 eggs for breakfast. Let me tell you, eggs are great, and they are filled with a lot of nutrients that are great for you. But 1 egg has 6 grams of protein. 6 grams of protein in 1 egg. So when you tell me that you're having 2 eggs, you're only getting 12 grams of protein. So we're short quite a few grams of protein, right? So let's look at what does getting a breakfast, because breakfast is where we want to start. You've heard the saying, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It truly is, because when we start our day eating enough protein, we set ourselves up for success the rest of the day. When we get enough protein at breakfast, number one, we balance our blood sugar and our insulin levels for the rest of the day. We start off with that protein. We're feeling fuller longer. If we get that protein in at breakfast, we can ward off those cravings that you have around 3 o'clock. Doesn't mean you're not going to have a snack later on in the day, but those cravings that you have, the sugar cravings, the salt, the sweet, all of that can be warded off if you eat your protein at breakfast. Okay, so let's look at what does that 30 grams of protein actually look like. My absolute favorite, liquid egg whites. Let me tell you, if you are an egg person, if you are one of those ladies that says, Jen, I eat an egg for breakfast, what I want you to do is continue with that. But I want you to add 1 egg or 2 eggs, your choice, doesn't matter, with 1 cup of liquid egg whites, because 1 cup of liquid egg whites has 26 grams of protein for 1 cup. One cup, 26 grams of protein. 425 calories. See what I'm saying now? We're looking for foods that are high in protein, but then the calories are lower too, right? So have 1 egg, there's 6 grams of protein, and 1 cup of liquid egg whites. 6 plus 26 is 32 grams of protein. If you find that you don't want to have the egg, but you just want to have the egg whites, have 1 1/4 cup of liquid egg whites. Frozen veggies, add those to your liquid egg whites. They're great. You can add spinach, you can add peppers, whatever you like, you can add to your liquid egg whites. Okay? If you're not an egg person, All right, so you don't want to do the liquid egg whites, not a problem. You can always do a protein smoothie. So you're going to have to find a protein powder that works for you and your gut, okay? Because those can be a little dicey, all right? I finally found one. I'm going to show it to you. Now, I have no affiliation with these people. I don't get any money for them. I am simply showing you this to show you what I have found that works for me, okay? And what is, oh, it's First Form. I don't know if you can see that. It's First Form, and I get the vegan one. I do not follow a vegan diet, but I do not do whey protein, again, because I have spent years, many years, looking for a protein powder that does not upset my gut, and this is it. Chocolate Frost. They have many flavors, but I like that one. You can use that in a smoothie. And let's talk about those smoothies. I am so out of room on my desk. My desk looks like the grocery store because I got everything sitting on it. All right, let's talk about the smoothie. How to make your smoothie so that way you get enough protein in it. You want to take protein powder, which this one has 20 grams for 1 scoop. So 1 scoop of protein powder and then 1 cup of milk. Now, this milk, hold on. Again, no affiliation. I get nothing from these people, and I don't do dairy. But for those of you that do, Fairlife milk has 80 calories and 13 grams of protein. You take 1 cup of this, it's 13 grams. You add it to your protein powder, and now you have 33 grams of protein for breakfast, okay? You can always add berries to your smoothies. You can, to get some extra fiber. But I do like this Fairlife because the sugars are lower in it, 6 grams of sugar and 13 grams of protein, as I said, and 80 calories. All right. So those of you that do dairy, you can do that. When I have my egg whites every morning, I will also have either oatmeal, just plain oatmeal, and chia seeds. 1 tablespoon has 3 grams of protein. Doesn't seem like a lot, I know, but when I put it with this, so now I have 3 grams plus 5 grams, so that's 8 grams. And then I can have my egg whites, which are 26 grams, right? 28 plus 6, we're over 30, okay? If I don't feel like having oatmeal and chia, which is good for iron too, by the way, which is important as you age, anytime that you are a female. If you don't want oatmeal though, oat bran. There we go. Oat bran, 1/3 cup has 7 grams of protein, okay? Again, 7 grams alone is not enough. So you're gonna have to find an additional source. If it's not the eggs, then it needs to be through milk or whatever. A great bread that I like to have toast with my eggs. I had toast this morning. I had a piece of Dave's whole grain, 1 piece, because it has 5 grams of protein in it. And then you know what I put on it? This is my new favorite thing, my absolute new favorite thing. I made peanut butter with this, and I put this on it. And 1 tablespoon of this has 4 grams of protein and 35 calories. 4 grams of protein, 35 calories. Let me show you. It's pretty cool. This is the peanut butter I made. Looks just like peanut butter. I put a little salt in there too, because my husband tasted it and was like, ew, what is this? I said, I made peanut butter today. He said, well, it needs salt. Put salt in it now, it tastes good. Another Fairlife product that I do not eat, but that he eats, but it does have 30 grams of protein in it. So this is a very quick way to get 30 grams of protein. These are great if you can handle dairy, again. Smoothies, if you don't want to make your smoothie with milk, Greek yogurt, or just having, if you don't want to have a smoothie, you want to have some Greek yogurt and put some protein powder in it. If you want to add the milk to make it a smoothie, go for it, because this will give you 15 grams of protein just in this. If you added your milk, that was 13. There you go. Right? Add some chia, it's another 3 grams. What else do I have? I had something else I wanted to share. Let's see, what else? Something I don't have in my house because, again, I don't eat it, but it's great. Cottage cheese. Cottage cheese, 1 cup of cottage cheese. So if you're looking for a fast breakfast in the morning, this is perfect. Cottage cheese, 25 grams of protein for 1 cup, 222 calories. Now, again, add some chia seeds, another 3 grams of protein, right? Add some blueberries, add some raspberries, get some fiber in with that. Perfect, right? Let's see, we did the omelet with the veggies. We have our smoothie with our milk. You can make a smoothie with your egg whites. You can make, we did the smoothie with the Greek yogurt. I want to talk about that just for a second, because the reason that I suggest Greek yogurt, not only because of the 15 grams of protein, but when you eat Greek yogurt, it releases in the gut hormones that reduce the hunger feelings, right? And it makes you feel fuller for longer. And that's been shown through studies with Greek yogurt in particular. Okay. If you were to take your Greek yogurt for 15 grams of protein, and then you took your protein powder for 20 grams, right? Look at that. And then you could even add milk to that. And now you're close to 40 grams of protein. That's how you get the protein in at breakfast. Those are some examples of ways that you can get some protein in, start your day with 30 grams, okay? Those are just some of the examples that you can try, all right? So let's just review quickly. We had egg whites. If you don't want just the egg whites, if you want to add an egg or 2, go ahead and add an egg or 2. Okay, you can always add your veggies to make a nice omelet, spinach, peppers, broccoli, whatever veggies you like. You know what else you can add to that to get even more protein? If you had some chicken or some steak for dinner the night before, or shrimp, maybe, whatever, add it to your eggs. It's just additional protein. It's going to keep you feeling fuller longer. All right, eggs, smoothie, your smoothie with Greek yogurt, your smoothie with just milk. Along with, don't forget your protein powder. You got to have your protein powder in there, because you can't just have a smoothie with milk. That's only 13 grams of protein, okay? You can't just have a smoothie with the yogurt. That's just 15 grams of protein. All right, you can have the yogurt and the milk. That would get you to 30, but you need to make sure that you're getting to 30. Quick shakes like this, adding some bread that has the protein. Now remember, we can have this with our eggs, or we can have this with our yogurt, if you just want to have a yogurt with protein powder in it. But we can't just have the carbs alone. Carbs are not bad, but we need the protein. And this, well, it has some, it's a good supplement to throw in there. It's not the protein source. Also want to make sure that we're eating the protein first. So if you are having eggs and toast, like I suggested, eat your eggs first and then your toast. All right, we always want to eat our protein source first, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Anytime you sit down and have a meal, I know that sounds kind of weird, right? Like, I'm just going to sit there and eat my chicken first. Yeah, that's what I'm suggesting. All right. And don't forget, cottage cheese is also another good option. You can also do a smoothie with that cottage cheese. We'll talk about, I just want to talk about breakfast today, because that seems to be one that seems to bring a lot of questions with it. How do I get that all in a breakfast? What is a breakfast meal? Because think about it, we've all grown up just eating cereal, right? Which has about 4 grams of protein. Or like I said, oh, I'm having eggs, I'm having protein for breakfast. No, you're not having enough protein. You're having a little bit of protein, but we're going to get you some more protein. All right. So start your day with that protein-filled breakfast, and you will notice that you have more energy, you are more focused, and you have fewer cravings throughout your day. You'll also feel fuller longer. And guess what? One study showed that women, let's see, where did I write that? It was a great study. Oh, found that women ate 441 women who ate 30 grams of protein or more at 3 meals during this 12-week trial, ate roughly 400 calories less per day. And in this 12-week trial, without even trying or adding exercise, they lost 11 pounds. There you go. So this has nothing to do with exercise. It just has to do with getting your protein in. All right. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you for more FitNews. Oh, exciting news on FitNews next week. Okay, FitNews next week has to be on Tuesday. It's going to be at 4, and I have a special guest next week. Special guest, Debbie Thompson, will be talking all about how to deal with eating throughout the holidays, right? The holidays can be kind of a tricky time. So Debbie's coming in. She's going to share some tips and tricks about holiday eating. Nothing crazy, right? She doesn't do that crazy. She does real world stuff. None of this fad diet stuff. But she's going to share some great tips on how to handle holiday eating. Like I said, FitNews will be on Tuesday at 4 next week. All right, make it a great week, and I will see you next week.